Alright guys, welcome to this kind of story time sort of thing. I'm gonna be playing Nuclear Throne in the background to kind of give you something to like watch while I kind of tell the story. So, I work in retail, right? And I've seen a lot of crazy things. I'm not gonna disclose where I work, but it rhymes with Allmart. Not sure if you could get that, but going on. So, the other day, how's that work? It was a normal day. Normal day, right? And me and my coworker were sitting there talking. I mean, we were definitely working very hard on our job. Um, and then I see some friends from the college, like, come, and I went and said hi to one of them. And then I saw that one of them just had a thing of bananas in their hand, like an entire bushel. Like, he looked like he had a purpose for those bananas. But I also noticed that he was eating one of the bananas. So of course I'm like, as long as it's just one, it's not a big deal, right? Like that's just I don't want like he's bigger than me, so he could easily just be like, I'm just gonna kill you now because you said I can't have these bananas. And so I just let him have the bananas, right? Expecting him to only eat one. But he didn't stop because a few minutes later I saw him eating another one. And then I didn't know what to do at that point because, as I said, he's a big dude. He looks like he lifts weights and like does. He probably uses a few steroids, like the kind that aren't that frowned upon. But carrying on, big guy. I didn't want to tell him he can't have his bananas. He needs it because he's probably a monkey or something with all those muscles. Carrying on. I'm like, he's gonna stop eventually. He's not gonna eat that entire thing of bananas. But I decided to fill my coworker in on what's going on, and we're just sitting there watching him eat this thing of bananas. Like he's not stopping. Like he continued to eat them until they're all gone, and then walked over with this handful of just banana peels, and he's like, "Can I see your trash can?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like with fear, I was scared. Like a man who could eat that many bananas and not like overdose on potassium has to be on something. And it gets better, right? So I'm wondering if he stole them, and I don't know what to do. So I tell my boss, and he's like, "Do you want to ask him?" And I'm like, "No, he's gigantic. He will just Shrek me if I say anything." Like, I was scared just handing him the trash can. So I see that he has a friend, and I recognize her. So I ask her, and she's like, "I'll go see if he paid for those." And she walked back, and she said he didn't. So at this point, I really don't know what to do. Like, am I gonna call out the banana thief who stole $1 worth of bananas? Is that what I'm gonna die over? This isn't the end of the story. So I see him walk off, and I'm like, okay, so I don't have to worry about it. This isn't my responsibility now. Someone else will handle it. Filled my boss in on what happened, and I left. Well, I didn't leave. I mean, I can't just leave work, but I left the situation mentally until he came back. I saw him, and he had more bananas. He he went back and got more bananas to eat. And this isn't like over the course of an hour. This is like maybe 30 minutes at most. At most. And I'm terrible at times, so it's probably like 3 seconds, really. But he has more bananas. So at this point, I feel like I have to say something. Because one bushel of bananas is one thing, but when you get to the second one, now you're just using me. So I tell my boss, and my boss walks over and confronts the guy, and the guy just hands my boss like $3, and my boss is like, "It's okay, I guess," and that was the end of it. Until I saw him the other day. I saw him. He came back to murder me. I promise you, that's what he came back for. I was, I was at my workstation. At Allmart, and he came back. I saw him. I recognized him. You recognize a man that mentally scars you like that. And he came up to me and asked me if I'm the person who told. And I said, "No, that was my coworker." And I would also like to say that she is a girl. So I threw her under the bus. She's probably dead. She hasn't come to work for a few days now. I don't know what I did. But the moral of the story is if you ever see a guy stealing bananas from Walmart, just let him be. Because he's coming back for you. If a man can eat that many bananas, 2 bushels, 2 bushels within an hour, then he has serious issues and you leave him alone. You let him eat the bananas. They are his bananas. Like, if he wanted a PS4, he could have just asked me and I would have given him my keys, honestly. He deserved those keys. More than I. You know what? I might as well just give him my social security while I'm at it. Like, that guy could do anything he wanted. And I'm just wondering the kind of emotional damage that he does to other people. Because this is just bananas. I wonder if he goes to other places, like pizzerias, and just walks in the back and starts, like, making a pizza. And then, like, when they say anything, he just looks at them and stares at them like they're stupid for even confronting him. I don't know, but if you guys ever see a man eating bananas in Walmart, and an entire bushel of them, then please, just please, be careful. I'm gonna put a number down in the down in the description of this video. If you need support, or if you see the Banana Man, please fill me in, so I know where to avoid. This has been Storytime.